How did Amazon look at developing a leadership pipeline or a talent pool?
Yeah, I think at the early days, I think there's the rigor around recruitment is probably the most important thing. I defined it as a straitjacket when I first arrived. It was interviewing people on competency was, and being very focused on you have a job to play in this interview, and you're interviewing on two competencies, and that's your job. And being incredibly focused and being this is what I'm here to do, and if I don't do it well, I'm letting the entire team down. And I think that genuine sense that when you're interviewing somebody, you're part of a team, which is the real first sense of commitment, and to the point where my decision is so I've got to represent the team properly and do a good job on the competencies. And by the way, I'll get called out if I haven't, because I'm going to have to sit down and present my feedback on the competencies. And people will question me on why did I come to that decision based on the information I asked, the questions I asked. So there's even a lot of rigor around and a lot of, again, essentially audit mechanisms around that recruitment process. So you go back to, well, how do you create greatness? Well, if you're not doing good interviews, then people will stop asking you to interview people. If you're doing great interviews, you'll get asked to do more of them. And having people who are great at interviews doing more of them, they get better. And the other people around them will realize what good looks like as well. So you're constantly just improving the quality of the organization. And that should lead you to better recruitment decisions. And I think it's a lot around attitude. Attitude and experience matter. But I think then you get away from traditional things which people often mislead experience for a CV. Right? Experience is never written on a CV. Experience is just where you worked and how long. Experience is through conversation, and getting into examples of what people actually did. And I think that's really where we actually dive into what experiences people have had.
A real focus on people I'm picking up here
Yes.
at the center.
Yeah.
Selecting
Which is
talent,
surprising, right?
identifying talent. It's really the wellspring from which it seems almost everything else emerges.
Yeah. I mean, I think at the core of it, leadership is only about leading people. So people is actually the foundation of leadership. Without people, there's nothing to lead. I think it's probably that straightforward.